What is up? What is going on, everybody? It is the Money Match Gaming Podcast. I am part of your co-host team, The Infinite. What's good? What's going on? What's happening? I have my other co-host partner, my good friend, that good old guy. Dan Estrata, son. What's up, guy?
What's
That
up?
was pretty
What's
good.
up? That was pretty good. Everything's going good. This is the Money Match Gaming podcast talk show extravaganza spectacular, and we've got some stuff to talk about. What's coming out in May? April was a month. There was some cool stuff that came out all over, but nothing too crazy except for in the movie and TV show front. May, uh, well, unless you're very easily excitable, I don't know if the video games will do much for you, but the movies, there's some good movies coming out this month, and we'll get into that and talk about them. Before that, though, how you doing, Lance?
I'm doing all right. It's always a pleasure to talk to my good friend Dan. Although we do need to get some Borderlands done. You already beat the game though, so it's like I'm not gonna bother you with that.
I beat it a couple times now. I'm like level 60 something now, or about to hit 60. But I'll play. I mean, I'll start a new character. I don't mind that. Like, that's not a problem for me.
Oh yeah. Then maybe we'll have to get down with the get down.
Word.
But I'm excited for Borderlands 3. Just seeing how we're like rifting a little bit. Like, I don't know. This is gonna be good. I don't think they could
It
mess
is.
this
I
up.
watched that video you sent me. It was pretty cool. I didn't realize about all the bonuses they had for guns that they changed up. Like, for example, like the TDR not being a throne. It's the walk. That's how you get the walking gun. It's the using the TDR.
It's not
reload.
confirmed yet. So
I thought that was from their website.
I mean,
They said that was all stuff that they posted on the website.
I think I heard in the video itself that they were talking about how that doesn't mean that it doesn't turn into a grenade when you reload. It doesn't mean that every gun will be that way. It just means that is definitely something that's in the
Something
game.
that's gonna be with TDR guns.
Right. So it was like one of those things that I was like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I just saw a video of them saying that they were leaking a leaked gameplay video came out a little bit earlier, I think.
Gotcha. Oh, that's coming in May soon too. So
Yeah, that's coming soon too.
that's something to look forward to.
Right.
But
I just
anyway,
want to know about the classes, so you know.
yeah. Oh no, absolutely. That'd be exciting. But anyway, let's get right on into it and talk about the games that are coming out in May. There's a decent amount of them. Well, we'll leave it to you to decide if any of them are up to what you're looking for. We have on the PS4 on May 7th, we have Legends of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 2. I feel like it's supposed to be Trails, but that's besides the point. May 9th, we have on the PC the Yakuza Kiwami 2 port. That game's already out on the PS4. It's coming out on the PC on May 9th, as well as the Episode 3 for Life is Strange 2 on all consoles. On May 14th, we have Citus Alpha on the Switch, Plague Tale Innocence on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and Rage 2 from on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. May 16th, we have Bubsy Paws of Fire on the PS4, Switch, and PC. May 17th, we have Steven Universe, Save the Light, and OKKO for all consoles. I think it's a combination of those two games. I think they've already been released, but it's just putting the two in a set together. May 21st, we have Team Sonic Racing on all platforms. Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster on the Switch. You know, that one Assassin's Creed game that everybody's been begging for a remaster for. Assassin's Creed 3. Observation for the PS4 and PC. Resident Evil 1, 4, and 0 for the Switch. And Everybody's Golf for VR on the PS4. May 23rd, we have Total War 3 Kingdoms coming out for the PC. We have Blood and Truth coming out for the PSVR, and Little Friends, Dogs, and Cats on the Switch. Actually, those last two I mentioned were on May 28th, not May 23rd. And on May 31st, closing out the month, we have Labus X Labyrinth XL for the PS4 and Switch, and Trover Saves the Universe on the PS4, PSVR. That's a game made by the creator of one of the creators of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, and he voices the main character Trover. So of that list of games, are any of these really speaking to you?
Okay, so there's a few. I'm just not gonna buy them, and I'm not going to go out on my way to play them. And I hate doing that, but I mean, it's the truth. But Legends of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, I like it. Like I kind of like the series. I say kinda because I haven't dumped a whole lot of time into it
Yeah,
and stuff like that. And
not
there's like,
familiar with the series at all.
and it's interesting, but I'm not like gung ho everything I got into it. So there's that. Then I would A Plague's Tale: Innocence. It seemed interesting when I was looking at it. Like I kind of like horror games to a degree, not like yes more horror games, not like oh I'm gonna go check out the horror sections of like video games, but in general like they're kind of fun usually, and like they're usually more puzzle orientated and stuff like that, and like I feel like you don't. There's probably a lot of games that have like lots of puzzles. They miss me. That's like really what I could say. And then the last one is Total War. I've always kind of been a fan of Total War after I found, The Last Samurai. Or that's obviously a movie. The Fall of the Samurai. Yeah. That was my introduction to Total War. And ever since then, I've been kind of a fan. Especially the whole Warhammer version of it and stuff like that. That kind of just came out with an update. So, like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Total War.
Word.
I just don't know if I'm gonna buy this game. Right? It's like they're so time consuming, and like I'm a very social gamer, so it's like it's hard to have all those things line up, especially when the game's that damn long.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the one that I'm really excited for this month is Little Friends, Dogs and Cats on the Switch. I think they have a lot of, but I honestly don't know what that is. I can't even joke about it. It's probably like a Nintendogs for the Switch. But the fact that they're still releasing that is weird to me. There's really no games this month that speak to me. Maybe Rage 2 or Citus Alpha, because you said that was a rhythm game, and I looked it up, and it looks wild. So I might look into that one. Rage 2 looks interesting. I mean, they had Andrew WK at E3, and I love Andrew WK, so for that alone, I'll give it a look-see. But nothing really calls to me. Nothing's like, open the wallet, Dan. Let me inside.
Open the wallet, Dan.
Everything is just kind of like, yeah, maybe if it goes on sale for $10, we'll pick it up. But yeah, so that's that for games. Let's move right into movies because there's not really much to say about any of those games unless you have something you want to say.
No, that
Forever hold your peace. Then
dabbed it on there. That was about it. Like it's easy on your pocket this month. One game that came out last month that I don't even know if we brought it up was 1800 Anno.
I have no idea what that
is. It's like a city builder game type stuff. I bought that. That was pretty interesting. I like it. I seem to like these really like time consuming games that.
Last month, I bought this game on the Switch that came out called Katana Zero, and that game was awesome. Highly recommend it for anyone. It's not expensive either. It's like a $15 game, but it's also not very long. It's like maybe 6 to 8 hours, but it's really cool, really good music, really wild, like trippy story. Like definitely a recommendation from your boy. Katana Zero on the Switch. It's also on the PC. It's been on the PC for a few years, but they ported it over to the Switch.
Not a bad idea, I don't think. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all I got. That's all I got.
All right, so let's move on to movies. On May 3rd, we have The Intruder, Longshot, and Ugly Dolls. On May 10th, we have The Hustle, Palms, and Pokemon Detective Pikachu. On May 17th, we have John Wick 3, A Dog's Journey, and The Sun is Also a Star. On May 24th, we have Aladdin, Ad Astra, Brightburn, and Booksmart. And on May 31st, we have Godzilla, King of Monsters, Ma, and Rocketman. There's quite a few movies here that interest me. I only highlighted 3, but there's definitely more than 3 that I have any interest in at all.
Right.
I mean, if we want to go, there's pretty much a movie every week that interests me. So if we go May 3rd, I think Longshot looks really funny. I'm not afraid to admit that. It might not be a really funny movie, but it does look pretty funny. It's the one with Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen, where she's like running for president.
Okay.
Writer or something like that. All the trailers I've watched make it seem pretty funny, and I'm a decent Seth Rogen fan. I think he's a funny guy, so I'm willing to give that movie a chance.
I mean, I always think of The Interview.
I enjoyed the interview.
I did too, and I love the part where he has to put that thing up his butt, and then like he's coming back and they're investigating him, and they make him strip. Just the way that scene played out, to where he like had that situation to where he gives up, and then he exposes himself, and the way he exposes himself still makes me laugh. I was so hurt. Here, you like that? Oh, here, it's all for you, or something like. I don't know. I was pretty weak, but I don't know. In general, like his movies are okay, but to this day, I still laugh at that scene.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy most Seth Rogen movies. Even like the only one I really could say I didn't enjoy was Sausage Party, but like even that Christmas movie he came out with the night before, I thought that was pretty funny.
Chaos Bane? I don't even think I've heard of Chaos Bane, King. Let's have a look, man.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Wait, no, June, never mind. Okay, yeah, all right, cool. I'll see it when I see it. If we are going to talk about faraway movies that we're excited for, have you seen the Will Smith trailer movies for Gemini Man, I think is what it's called?
Will Smith versus young Will Smith?
Yeah, that made me hype. That made me hype.
Yeah, that's okay.
Made me. I don't know. I'm hype. I'm hype, man. I was like kind of excited. So, but yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on.
So anyway, on May 10th, we both have Pokemon Detective Pikachu. That movie looks pretty good, actually. It looks really adorable. I think it's gonna end up being a pretty big movie this summer.
It seems cool. I mean, I imagine we're going to go see it. That's part of the reason why I highlighted it. It was like one of those things that I was like, it makes sense to review it. Yeah, sure, we'll watch it. We'll give our.
It looks adorable. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I like a lot of people when the first trailer came out, they were like, "Oh my god, these Pokemon are like nightmare fuel," and I was like, "No, this is exactly what I would expect Pokemon to look like if they were real. This is awesome."
Yeah, and they seem to be making pretty good jokes. I guess this one really depends on the plot because maybe
I think
it's like
the plot from the Detective Pikachu game. I'm pretty sure it's like using that storyline, but I'm not entirely sure.
We'll see, because there's not too much Pokemon writing as far as the shows or the movies I have seen that I was like, yes, give me more. So
Detective Pikachu has like a linear story, but no one really says the story is that great.
Right. So let's hope that's not the case, because otherwise I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, the Pokemon were kind of cool. Once you get used to them, it all starts to make sense. But everything else is garbo. Like I'm just really expecting that, just garbo.
Well, I don't know. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Looks enjoyable. Looks entertaining.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure they've already greenlit a sequel, so that's usually a good sign when that happens before a movie comes out.
It should sell, though. There's no way this movie doesn't sell. So.
Oh no, for sure. So the next week we have John Wick 3, which, I mean, come on, do I even have to say it? Like it's John Wick 3. It's gonna be amazing. If it's even like as good, like half as good as the first two, it'll still be pretty dang good.
And I feel like they're really hard movies to mess up. So, it's just more the same, please.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm interested to see where it goes, because 2 had a very like interesting ending with him being kind of like excommunicado from the League of Assassins or whatever the heck they're called, the Continental.
I hope he goes on his killing rampage over something more trivial.
Well, no, everyone's going to be gunning for him. It's essentially he's on defense this time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't take too much from the trailers. It just, like, I don't know. It's just
I mean, well, it's just if you watched the last movie, that's just how it ended, like, with him getting excommunicado, so that means that he's target number 1.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting, nonetheless, and it'll be a good movie. I have faith in that one.
And it's going to be interesting because he won't be able to go to the Continental. Like he uses that at like in both movies, he's gone to different branches of the Continental to use as kind of like a safe haven and to recover and whatnot. And he doesn't have that luxury in this movie.
Yeah.
The next week, May 24th, we have Aladdin is coming out, which I mean looks all right. Looks kind of like Aladdin. People were mad about the blue genie or the blue Will Smith. I don't think he's gonna be blue all movie. And I liked Aladdin when I was a kid, so I'm willing to give this Aladdin a shot.
I'm actually super turned off by all the live action films that are coming out. I'm not excited to see Lion King.
Yeah, I mean I'm going to see it because the cast is awesome, but it definitely looks like a shot-for-shot remake of the original.
Yeah, then I'm not even gonna waste my time. If that's really what these are all about and what they're gonna be, like I'm good. I saw that. I don't actually need to see a real life version of that. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just I don't see the point. Like other than them making a
That's
bunch of
totally
money,
fine.
like
I mean,
it's
I'm
like,
gonna, like I said, I'm gonna see it because I like the source material. So I'm interested to see what they do different, if they do anything different, and if not, then I'll just be like, oh well, I watched The Lion King again. This is no harm, no foul.
yeah, yeah, eh,
Right.
eh.
Also that day, I didn't highlight it, but I saw a trailer for it the other day and it looked interesting. Brightburn, which is like a superhero horror movie. Like this kid kind of
Okay.
lands on this planet with all these powers, kind of like a Superman type thing, but he's like there to destroy the planet. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, it seemed all right.
something like that. I don't know. Seems interesting. But anyway, and then the last week of the month, all three of these movies actually look pretty interesting. Godzilla King of Monsters, the one you highlighted, which is essentially like all the Godzilla monsters fighting each other. I think we're on Godzilla's team. I think Godzilla's a good guy in this one. I'm not entirely sure, but the trailers make it seem like he's our ally in the fight against like worse monsters, I guess.
Yeah, I'm. Smurf said it was all the trilogy's been kind of good because there's this will be the third one.
No, this is the second one.
This is the second one. Okay, I thought there was more than that, but like,
No, there's just Godzilla with the. I think this is just a follow up to the one that was just called Godzilla.
yeah, he's supposed to be Superman, evil, evil lurks.
Yeah. Other movies coming out this month we have, or that not that month, that's week. Rocket Man, which is the Elton John biopic starring the main dude from Kingsman. I like that actor. I think he did a good job in Kingsman. I like Elton John. I think he is a good singer. I don't know. I'd like to learn more about him. And I mean, they're pretty much just going off of the success of Bohemian Rhapsody, but I'm okay with that as long as it's still an entertaining movie. And then we have Ma, which is like an interesting horror movie, like a horror comedy type thing, probably leaning more on the horror, where these high school kids one day want to buy alcohol, and this older lady buys it for them, and she's like, "Hey, you guys can come drink and party in my like secluded basement." And they do, and they have a good time, and then they keep going there, and then weird shit starts to happen, and they start getting killed by her, and it looks wild.
Yeah, not my type.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't really look like my type either, but I saw the trailer and I was like, honestly, I'm intrigued. I would definitely recommend at least checking out the trailer. Looks interesting. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have it, couldn't find anything for anime coming out this month. And as far as television goes this month, there's a bunch of meh, like nothing exciting, nothing really crazy, nothing. If you guys know something that started that maybe I didn't catch my attention, but it's just kind of like, and May is here. Hopefully it's June soon. So, yeah, that's May.
Boom. So I mean, yeah, I really don't have very much to say about this month. This is actually going to be a fast episode. You know, I didn't jinx it by saying it was going to be fast, and then
Oh, I said it, but I believed it because I made the list and I was like, there's not much to talk about.
I'm good. I'm good, son. But next week will definitely be Endgame.
Yes, so watch it or you will be spoiled to hell because the week barometer of no spoilers, the floodgates are open after that point.
Right.
If you're watching it, you're getting spoiled.
I was surprised. I saw it today, and the movie theater was still pretty damn full. I went to the
I
first
bought my
showing.
tickets to see it for a third time tomorrow, and I still had I had to go through a few screens to get one that had decent seats.
Yeah, that kind of blew me away. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh yeah, we
You
should.
know how
be in
much
the
money
theater.
it made this weekend?
Yes, my friend said $1 billion.
1.2 billion worldwide.
So it was like people
That's
wanted to see this movie. Yeah,
That's crazy.
and
Well, I did hear in China, some dude got the shit kicked out of him for spoiling the movie outside of the theater, or trying to spoil the movie. I don't know how much he got out before he got beat up, but
it's a pretty good movie. I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But you know,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week. Let's not give all the good stuff away now.
right. So that'll do it for us, you guys. Hopefully you guys find some things that you like in May. If not, hopefully you have some games that you're still trying to work your way through.
And then June is E3 already, so
really,
that's usually when they do E3 is in June.
yeah, I like to be surprised. Like my dad is in town helping me do some repairs to my house, and he's telling me through about all this news that I haven't been paying attention to because I take these things in waves. I can't take the super negativity in all those situations, and so I just have to tune it out after a while. And I guess there's been a couple bombings, a couple shootings that I just missed, and I was like, oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yep. And I do the same thing with the media that I do like. It's just sometimes I just flip the switch, and I'm like, all right, it's time to go dark and just do what I need to do to keep living and being happy. And, not keeping up with E3 makes my life a little less stressful. When it comes, I'm like, yay, we'll see what happens. Is it another shit show? Or, maybe we'll get Diablo 4.
Well, that's not E3. That's
okay.
BlizzCon.
Okay, BlizzCon.
That's BlizzCon.
Okay,
the tickets just went on sale for BlizzCon, but that's
Okay.
not until October.
Okay. That's what I was thinking of though. But
Oh no, Diablo. I mean, if they know it's good for them, they'll announce Diablo 4 next time. But I don't think, dude. Blizzard is. I mean, this is probably a story for another time. But Blizzard is on the way down. It's a real shame.
we'll see.
People keep leaving. The games aren't what they used to be. It seems like that. Well, it's because it's Activision. It's Big Daddy Activision pulling the strings, but they're caring more about the microtransactions within the game rather than making a good game itself these days, which is a bummer. And that translates to everything to Overwatch to Diablo to Hearthstone to WoW. It's a bummer. It's a real bummer. As a big fan of Blizzard games,
I feel like they'll come around. I feel like
they won't until they cut
It's
the
too late.
Activision thread, but I don't think they'll be able to do that.
I think they're kind of slow. I think that's part of what it is. Things have shifted in a lot of ways, and then so we're just not getting things fast enough and stuff. And I'm thinking of games like Overwatch and a lot of their popular games just don't move fast enough, as fast as they need to adjust to the climate and what people are looking for.
WoW used to.
Well, all I hear is complaining from WoW players
Now.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Still
'cause
terrible.
Not what it used to be, man.
Getting worse. And so, But we'll leave it there. We'll see you guys next week for Endgame. That should be exciting. It should be fun. It's definitely worth seeing. And hopefully we can talk about it.
Watch it if you can.
Hey! Until next time, I'll see you guys. Goodbye.